Hey, what's up my peoples? Go here, the freaking geek himself, and it's time to just transform X-Transbots Commander Stack. So without further ado, let's just transform it. So first we'll start off with the legs. So what you want to do is you want to take this panel right here, open that up, just flip that in, open up that panel, and swing this entire section out. You also do have a little panel right in here. You just want to get under and going to pop that out, and that will allow you to take all of this and shift this up. You want to take this section right up in here, just open that up like that, and that will allow you to take his toe and just rotate it down and just give it a push, and it should just drop down like that. Once you have done that, you just want to take this panel, just swing it in a little bit, because this panel will end up going into this little groove right here. So just take that and swing that in, and that will sit there like so. You can see how that's sitting in there. This white panel, just push it in, swing it around this section, and just leave it out. We can leave that open for now. And then you want to open up this little panel here. Open that up and flatten that out like so. Once you've done that, you come here to this assembly. We can just kind of swing it up to the side here. Extend all of this out. You want to bring this up. There's a tab slot connection right up in here. Just take that. You can just drop that in like that. And we can work on all of this. This blue panel here, you're going to bring back this entire assembly. You're going to rotate around this little bit. We'll just swing in, and you're just going to leave all that hanging out just like that. And the little ankle tilt here, you can just close that up. And there's a little tab slot connection for this as well. There you go. Just lock that up, and that will sit there like that. You can just fold this up. There's a little tab for it on the front. You can just leave that right there for now. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So open that panel up, swing it in, open that up, open all of this up, get in here, undo this little tab, and bring all of this out. Undo all of this here. Bring that foot down like that. And again, just kind of angle this in, swing this in so it can sit in that groove. You can take this, swing that around. So make sure all this sits in this groove right here, like that. Again, you can just close in that ankle tilt and open this panel up. Bring that back, set that there. Just tab that in place for now. Come here and bring this red section up. Tab that into the side. Extend this. Bring this little panel around. Rotate all of this 180. Flip that little panel in. And that is all pretty much ready to go. Last thing we need to do is just make sure that these little red tabs in here just go into their slot. Right in there. Just make sure they're sitting up. And that will sit just like that. And once that is done, you have this little F hook right there. And you have tabs and slots right here between the legs. So you want to do this little hook first, and then you can tab the legs together, like so. And there you have that section all done for now. And now moving on to the arms, you're going to take this top piece here, just bring that back, this little shoulder missile, just bring that down so you want to pull out this front panel right here that will allow you to get that popped out right there like that. Once you've done that, you want to take this section of the arm and just extend that up like that. Now you can just rotate the arm down. Once you've done that, you can take this and just pop it in like so. You want to pull the shoulder out. You want to pull it out until you hear a click, like that. And you know you've done it right because this little panel will push in and sit at 90 degrees like so. Once you've done that, you can rotate this up, and then this will clip in right up here. So you just have to kind of pull that out, and that will sit right there. You can just sit this here for now. Now moving on to the lower arm, we can rotate this section around just so we can grab a hold of this and split this down the middle. Like that. Open that up. Swing this out on this double hinge. You have this little gray panel here. You're going to flip down like that. And then you can just bring this down and close this up around his fist. Like that. You then want to take his forearm. It's going to extend right here. So just grab hold and just give it a pull. Like that. And then you just want to come around here to the back and flip this little panel down and rotate this back around, and that's how you want that oriented. And there you have that side all done. And we're doing the same thing on the other arm. Bring this around, just bring that down so you can just kind of pull this out like so. Take this and extend this up, rotate this down. You take this, just plug that in, take the shoulder, pull it out again till it snaps. Take this little panel here, push that in so it sits at 90 degrees, rotate this up, bring that over, and just clip it in, and just set that down right there for now. And lower arm time, again, just rotate this just so you can get a hold of these two sides here so you can split them down the middle. There we go. Open that up, bring that out, flip this little panel down, wrap this around the fist, and close it all back up. And again, extend the forearm like so, and just bring this around just so you can get this little panel down like that. Rotate that, and there you have that's all done for now. Now you want to come back here and you want to undo these panels. Just want to get under here and pop these up like that and like that, and that will free up the shoulder assemblies here. So what you're going to do is you're going to just swing this little panel out and start swinging the arm around. Go halfway and then extend this panel, straighten that out, and then just flatten all this out right there. And you also have this panel right here. Just flip that down and bring that forward, and just leave that there for now. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that around, bring this little section out, start bringing the arm around, bring the panel in, and then flatten that out like so, and bring it all forward. Now at this point you can bring in his gun, fold in the handle. What's going to happen here is you have these tabs on either side which will go into this slot right here, the second slot. Then you have a tab right here which will go into this little slot right in here in the gun. So just line all that up, tab it in like so, and then we can just plug everything together. You have tabs and slots here. You have those connection points there, and you do have connection points right up here at the shoulders themselves. And there you have that part all done. Next thing we have to do is extend his waist like so. Once you do that, you kind of just want to give an extra little tug here, and that section will come undone. And then we have to do one more bit of extension, which is right here. So pretty much just want to grab like right here, pretty much like right where the white is, and then give that another tug, and all of that will extend up like that. Then you want to take the butt plate and bring that up. You want to take this waist joint and just collapse this back down. So you want to bring this up, and what's going to happen here is this little red tab is going to go into this slot right here. So just angle this up and Just bring that back, and that will sit just like that, and that's how you want that looking right there. And once you've done that, you can bring the arms down, and you can now lock the arms in at this point right here on either side, like that. And now we're going to grab this whole panel his head is on, and just bring that up on that double hinge. We're going to take the smokestacks, just swing them out. The smokestacks do extend. There's a little slider, but sometimes it gets stuck. So you may need a tool to help you get that out, and just pull it out. It will snap into place, and just rotate that forward like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that out. Again, you may need a tool to help you here. Pull that out until it snaps into place, and bring that around. There's a little tab that it sits on right there. Another thing you need to do is we need to rotate these little sections around. You can do that from underneath. You can just push them out, and just try to get them out as far as you can. And then you should be able to rotate these the rest of the way up. And rotate that the rest of the way up, so that is looking just like that. And next thing to do is to just grab this entire assembly here and just extend it out. You're going to be opening up this panel right here as well, so extend that out, and extend all of this out like so. You do have a hinge in here that we also need to extend. The hinge moves upwards, so extend all of that. So you have this going on. And now we're going to lay them down. Now once we're here, these tabs will now go into slots right here into this blue section. So you can drop that down on either side. And that will just sit in there nice and flush, just like that. Now for the cab section, we have a lot of unfolding to do here. So you want to open this up, flip up this panel here. You want to bring this out, and then this panel will slide over and come up, and then all of this will come around, and just line up right there. And you can just bring that in like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So again, bring this all out, bring this panel up, extend this out, slide this towards you, bring it up, and then just bring this up and over and just wrap it around like so. Bring that in, make sure everything is lined up, and then the two halves will tap together just like that. And now these red panels here, you just want to swing them out halfway on either side, and you can take this whole back half of the cab and just extend this out and up. I'm going to bring this over. There is a little panel here you just want to flip up like that, and then bring this around, and this will just sit behind this panel here like that. Then you just bring it around, do the same thing here. Just bring this up, flip this little panel up, and that will sit right back there like that. And that's how you want that looking there. Once you've done that, you want to take this whole windshield section here, and this will extend up on a double hinge, on multiple hinges here. Bring that up, make sure all of that is sitting nice and flush. And then you have tabs that will go over these little slots right here. Lock all that in like that. Once you've done that, you can take these doors and close them up. You then have these panels in here which will come down, and another panel here that will flip out to make the rest of the wheel well. And just tab that in like that. And on the other side, again, just bring that down, bring that out, and tab that in like so. And once you've done all of that, we can take these missiles here and just bring them back. They are on a slider here, so you can slide these all the way down. Bring that back. This little fin section will rotate up like that, just to get that out of the way. So bring that back. Again, slide this all the way down. Bring it back. Rotate that up. And that gets those out of the way. And now what we're going to do is just take this whole cab, close it up, make sure we clear everything, make sure everything stays in place also. And all of this should just drop right back. And you have tabs and slots here that will clip in on either side. And all of that should just lock in right there like that. Now for the front bumper here, you just want to rotate these bits around and bring it out. That'll just pop into place right there. Again, just take this and rotate it around, bring it up, and just pop that in. You can also just kind of like press that up a bit. You can bring out these side view mirrors. And we are pretty much done with the cab for now. Next, we're going to take these tank sections here. You want to bring this panel out. There's a little bit of the tank here that you need to flip out like that. Then you just bring this up. There's a little tab slot connection right here. It has to go behind this red panel. Take that and pop it in. And that will just sit right there like that. Same thing on the other side. Just bring that up. Bring this panel out. Flip out this little section of the tank to fill that in. Bring that up and around. That will just tab in right in there and line up just like that. So once we've done that, you want to take the wheel and bring that out. Then just angle this out, bring that out, and then slide this entire assembly up like so. And then right up in here, you do have a little tab slot connection, and that will drop into right there and right there. Next thing we need to do is flip down this little connection point right here, this little bar. So what you need to do is you need to rotate this up, angle this up, so it's sitting like that, and once you do that, you can swing it down. If this is still too hard to do, loosen the screw right here, and that will make that process work a lot easier. And then you're just bringing it out just like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this section up. You have this blue tab right here, which will go into a slot right here in the red section. And you also have a little tab that goes over this little lip right here. So you just kind of line all this up, and everything should just drop in place right there like that. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to take this little curved gray piece and rotate that out like that. And what's going to happen here is this little curved piece does have a tab that will go into a slot right there. So get that lined up and drop that in to its home. And then once you've done that, this T-tab should drop right up in here, just like that. And that's how you want that looking. And then you're just going to take this bit here, and it will tab into this little bottom slot right here. So just kind of line that up, and then just give it a little push, and that will tab in, and that's how you want that looking right there. And then you just want to take this little blue section here and just rotate that down to fill that out, and you got that side done. So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just bring that up, line all of this up, and that should just drop right into place. Take the little curve section here, rotate that out, and just bring all those hinges in, tab that into its home, just kind of rotate that out to the side so you can swing that up, and that should just slide right up in there like that. And then you just take this and give that a little push, and that should just slide right in like so. And then again, bring that down, and fill all that out right there. Now to work on the bed here, we need to take Ultra Magnus's crotch. It's on a double hinge. Just take that and shift it up so it's sitting right there. Then you're going to take this panel and unfold all of this like so. Just extend all that out. Then all of this will shift back a little bit. And then you'll drop it down, and there's a tab right here that'll go into a slot right up in here. So you just line that up, and that should just drop right into place. You have everything seated properly, like so. And then you have a little tab slot connection right here on the side. If you have everything sitting just right, it'll just kind of drop itself into place right there, like that. And just going to do the same thing on the other side. Just open all of this up, unfold it all, shift this entire thing back, drop it down, and it should tab in that point right there. And again, just drop that down, and it should just drop itself into place, like so. Just get everything straightened out, and there you go. There you have Commander Stack in his alt mode. So now to get him back into robot mode, first thing we're going to do is just kind of undo this and untab all that. And we're just going to pull this slightly forward, and then just collapse all this up, fold it in, fold it in, fold it in, and then just bring it down and leave it there for now. Same thing on the other side. Just kind of push it in a little bit so you can undo that tab, then pull that up. You just want to bring that a bit forward just so you have the clearance to collapse all this in, bring all this down. You can then slide it back a little bit, again, just so it'll drop down like that. Grab his crotch and just shift it back down to where his crotch should be, and that will sit right there like that. Now coming here to this wheel section, you just kind of want to twist it out a little bit, and that will untab it. Then you can just angle that cab so you can undo that, and then just pop all of this out and drop this down. Same thing here, just give it a little rotation out. Then just kind of angle the cab so that will undo itself, and then just bring all of this down right there. And now this little connecting rod, again, you want to rotate it down like that, and then just take it and swing it up into the body, and then straighten it back out. It's not easy to do, but it's doable, and then you have it sitting just like that in there. Next up, we can undo the wheels, and undo the wheels, and then just slide all this down. Then you can just flip that in and flip that in, then they will just flatten out right there like so. You can take these tank sections here, just kind of pull them out, just kind of swing them out a little bit here, push in this little centerpiece on the tank, flip that in, and then just bring that down. And again, just kind of lift this up a little bit so you can swing it out, push the little silver piece in, rotate that down, swing that around, and you are good to go right there. Onto the front bumper here, you just want to just take these sections here and just kind of rotate them around and down, and just kind of swing that up. Have that sit like that. Same thing here. Just kind of bring that around and down. You kind of have to flex the bumper around it. But there we go. Bring that down and around, and that will sit just like that for now. We can now just fold back these side view mirrors, open up the door, open up the doors, like so. We can just untab all of this and just bring this whole assembly forward like that. And once we have done that, again, just want to bring these doors forward. You want to unclip this front section here of the cab, and just take this, bring all of this out, and this will all collapse down like so. Again, just bring these doors all the way forward so they're sitting like that. Once you have done that, kind of come up under here. You have these panels, fold that in, fold that up, fold that in, and fold that up. And once that is done, take these panels here, just swing that out, rotate this little bit out here, just kind of leave that sitting half out like so. And same thing here, just swing that out, and just rotate that little bit out like that. Once you have done that, all of this can now collapse down and in like so. And then you can rotate these red panels in on either side like that. Now, once you've done that, we can basically start taking the cab apart. So untab this section here, bring all of this out, just extend everything out on all these hinges. Take this panel, bring it down, slide it up like so. This side's a little tight. Bring that panel down, bring this down, and then this will just come forward and sit there like that. Doing the same thing on the other side. So just extend all of this out, use all those hinges, bring that down, slide that in, bring that in, and then collapse all that around like so. Bring that panel down, and there you have all that set up. If it hasn't done it for you already, disengage these tabs from this section here, and just bring all that up, and now we'll stand him back up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this hinge and collapse this back up. So this hinge will come up and over like that, and sit like so. Once you've done that, you want to take all of this and rotate it up, rotate it up. If you have everything right, everything should sit nice and flush like that. The back and the chest should be nice and vertical. And then we can take this little panel here and just close that up like that. And now we need to free up his arms, so we just need to untab these sections here. Just drop that down so his arms are free, and we can move back up. And now we're going to just undo this tab right here. Just pull this out. Let's get that little wiggle, and we can bring his butt plate back down. So again, you want to extend the whole waist so you have room to operate here. So all of this will come up and just snap itself back into place. You have two tabs right under here. You have these two tabs here, which will go underneath this plate here. So make sure you have that lined up first. And once you do that, all that should just pop into place, and then you can collapse this waist back down like that. And up to the head panel here, you just want to take the smokestacks, bring them around, collapse these in, bring that back, and rotate that around, collapse that in, and bring that back. These little hook tabs here, just rotate these back down and in, rotate that, down and in, like so, and then all of this can just drop right back into its home right there, like so. You then want to untab his arms, just untab everything, take that gun, put that off to the side, and just untab those arms. You want to then just get these shoulder missiles out of the way. This panel right here, you can flip up. What's going to happen here is you're going to start taking the shoulder and swinging it inward. Then you want to take this panel here and flip that in. This one's tight. There we go. Flip that in like so. Bring that shoulder in the rest of the way, and then this section will just rotate in like that. Once you've done that, just bring that around. That will sit over here, and this panel here will close up. You have a tab slot connection right here, and this will drop into a groove right in here. So if you have everything lined up just right, make sure everything is sitting flush here in the body, and that should just drop in like that. And same thing on the other side. Just get that out of your way. Take this panel and rotate that up. Start swinging the shoulder in. Bring that panel in. Then swing it in the rest of the way. Rotate that in. Bring that over. And bring that panel over. And, oops, that's something slightly off here. There we go. There we go. Make sure everything is sitting just right, and there you go. Then all that should just drop in, and lock all that into place right there. And now to start working on the arms, first thing we want to do is just rotate this around, just so we can flip this panel up. Turn it back around, take the forearm and extend it, retract it back up like that. Then take this section here, open this up, this little gray panel, flip that up, and bring all this up and over the forearm. Wrap that around and close it back up. And there you have that bit done. And back here to the shoulders, we're just going to kind of pull this little panel out so we can pop this up, bring that out to the side. This little panel right in here, you want to just bring that up like so. You then want to collapse the shoulder back in and make sure that goes in all the way. This is the part that fights me on this figure. There we go. Pop that in like so. You can bring this up, make sure it's out of the way, and then bring that arm down. Oh, before we do that, sorry, bring that up, out of the way, collapse that down, and all of that should just drop right into place like that. We can turn his arm around like so. Then want to take this panel here, take it, and just push that into place. That will lock in. Take the shoulder missile, rotate around, rotate this fin up. The shoulder missile itself is on a slider, so you can slide it all the way forward. I kind of leave it kind of at a midpoint here. I think that looks best. Bring that there, and then you take this section and bring that up and over the shoulder, and there you have an arm all done. And second verse is just like the first. Again, just kind of unclip that shoulder missile, bring it out to the side, flip up this little panel here. Also bring this down first. That's essential. And then we can collapse that shoulder in like so. And then bring this all up, and then take the arm and just get that seated into place, which again can be a little hard to do. Sometimes it doesn't want to seat itself the way it's supposed to. There we go. You have to just wiggle it in place there. Then you just bring that panel in and push that in, snap that into place. Again, bring that shoulder missile up, rotate this little fin up, and again, do what you want here, but like I said, I angle this. I kind of bring this to the midpoint of that slider. Then you just take that shoulder cap, bring that up and over, like so. Then you can bring this little panel up and around, and then you come down here to the forearm, collapse all of this up, open this up, like so. Take this panel, flip that up, wrap it around the forearm, close it up, and there you have the arms all done. And the first thing we're going to do with the legs here is just untab them. So untab the top, and usually that will just undo itself. And take that and flip that in. And next thing we're going to do is start flipping up a lot of panels here. So we're going to take this curved section here and collapse that up. We want to take this little panel here, flip that out, and then we're going to rotate all of this around like so. Bring this section in. This little panel here will come down and around, and we can just collapse all of this up like so. Then we can take all this and just untap it from the side, and all of this will just drop down like that. Once we have done that, we can open this up. I'm going to come here, open up this panel, flip that in, bring that down, and then we can take the foot and rotate it up like so. You want to make sure that this white panel is sitting behind this T-tab right here. That is its proper orientation. So you want that sitting like that. And once we have done that, we have another little T-tab that's going to get sandwiched in between these two sections right here. So you just kind of take that, push that together, and that's how you want that looking right there. Once you have that done, you want to then open this section up. You want to kind of undo this, open this up, drop all of this down in here to where it's sitting nice and flush. Once you do that, you can close this up around it like that. You can make sure that this little panel here is sitting where it's supposed to. Just get that in, and that should just be sitting right there flush like that. And you can just wrap that around like so. Take this panel, bring it over, tap slots, and connect all that like so. And there you have a leg all done. And guess what? We're doing the same thing on the other side. So again, just bring that down, bring out this little panel here, rotate all of this around, bring this down, bring this panel down and around. You can collapse all of this up. That will sit just like that. And once you've done that, just untap this panel from the leg, and again, just fold all this up and bring this under like so. Open this up, bring this panel up, flip that over, flip that down, and then again, just bring that foot up. Again, make sure that this panel is sitting behind this T-tab right here. Just have that sitting just like that. Open up panel. Again, you have to engage the ankle joint here, so you can swing that out, And again, you have that T-tab right up here. It's going to get sandwiched in between these two panels, so just line it up, and that will sit there just like that. And then collapse all of this down and around, and again, make sure that this little section here is sitting where it's supposed to. And once you've done that, all that, just close right over it, close right over that, bring that up and over, tab it in, make sure everything is sitting flush, tab that in, and there you have the legs all done. Get everything straightened out, and there you have Commander Stack back in robot mode.